Every one of us wants to wake up in the morning with a new sense of purpose, seeing colors we've never seen before, seeing the world with new clarity that we've never had before we woke up that morning. But we don't want to put in the work that gets us there. There's 3 things I thought of that can help us to be able to take a hold of the lens at which we're seeing the world. And they all have to do with stewardship. What do they have to do with stewardship? You see, I was out here working on the skid steer. And you got to grease these zerk fittings on this thing every few hours you use it so that it stays maintained, it stays taken care of, and it can run to the best of its ability. And it got me thinking, look, I know that the world and everything in it is the Lord's. I am the Lord's. Everything on this creation is His. But do I really live my life that way? Because He's blessed me with, whether it be my health, my mind, my relationships, material things. He's blessed me with all of them. None of them are mine. I can't take credit for any of them. But am I stewarding those things in that manner? You see, so often, we'll have a task, greasing the zerk fittings, doing something around the house. I got to do this thing, and I do it with a heart of, it's duty, and that's fine. But if I start to shift that heart to a heart of gratitude, I'm going to start doing those tasks with new meaning. I'm going to start seeing them in new ways to say, praise God, today I get to do this thing. Praise God that He has blessed me with the ability, the understanding, and everything necessary to be able to complete this task, whatever it is. It could look like doing something for your family. It could look like maintaining something. It could look like picking up a friend from the airport. And whenever I get in here and it's all about me, boo, that's a bad track. The first thing that comes to mind that will change our hearts so that we can start to steward things better, which in turn changes that lens in which we see the world, is live in a spirit of gratitude. Thank God for everything that He's blessed you with. I'm not into homework, so don't write them down. If you don't want to write them down if you're a homework person, but just start to think. Start with the basic stuff. You can probably see this video, and if you can't see it, you can hear it. And if you can't hear it, you can read. So praise God for those little things. And then start looking around your house. Maybe it should start with the people in that house. God's blessed you with those things to steward. If you're the head of the household, you've been, first and foremost, your relationship with the Lord is what you should be stewarding. But under that, your first earthly stewardship is to your wife. Are you stewarding it well? Are you looking at serving her in a manner that says, praise God, today I get to serve my wife in this way? Or if you're a wife, praise God, I get to serve my husband in this way. Let's start shifting our mindset to say, instead of saying, I've got to do these things, to say, praise God, I get to do these things. Because that's going to affect how I look at everything. Coming out and greasing zerk fittings isn't something that, I got to go out and spend time doing that thing. No. Praise God that I not only have the ability to do it, but He's blessed me with a piece of machinery that can make working out here so much easier. Let's start to look at the world in those ways. The second thing, and it ties into the first in the spirit of gratitude, if you can't find things that you're thankful for around you, or you're having a tougher time thinking of those things, start serving. And start simple. Sure, you can go start serving people that are less fortunate than you. That's great. And maybe you should. Maybe that's what God's calling you to. But it should definitely look like you start serving those around you. Those that you're in community with, your family. Start serving them. Let's start having them look at us and be like, what's going on? You're just serving left. Why wouldn't we be those men? Why wouldn't we be those men that are known for serving those around us? The third thing that we should step into and be able to lean into so that God can start to change this lens within us is for us to be able to turn to those around us and inspire them. Inspire them to see the world through gratitude. Inspire them to be able to start seeing things in a way that is full of stewardship. Take this principle and let's start applying it to others. No, praise God, they want to complain about something. Oh man, I had to do this thing at work. No, praise God, you got a job. You know what? Praise God that you have hands that are able to work and do that, because some people don't. And start being grateful for the things that you have, because the parable of the talents, it tells us that not man, They don't pass out. They don't pass out talents. God does. And do we trust him that he's given you talents? He's given me talents. They're not there for us. They're there for us to steward. They're not there for your glory. They're there for God's glory. The parable of the talents also tells us that if you don't steward those things well, God's going to take them and he'll give them to somebody who does. So my prayer is that we would be those good stewards, that God has blessed you with things, blessed me with things, and continues to bless us. So let's be great stewards of these talents that he's given to you, and great stewards of these talents that he's given to me, and increase them. Let's multiply them. Spread that joy to the world, because that's what we should be doing as men, not sitting around complaining, not bitching that this thing hasn't happened, or, oh man, I don't have that thing, or this. Keep doing that. See where it takes you. See if that's fruitful, because it hasn't been in my life. Lean in to the gratefulness of what God's blessed us with, and we're going to see the world change.